Today's question comes from Mari, who is asking for the difference between stonewalling and the silent treatment. When someone is stonewalling, meaning from the outside, it looks like they're just a stone, they are shut down, not talking. Initially, people may think, oh, they're giving the silent treatment. This is a person who just refuses to talk. But what they called out in stonewalling in particular is that some people are internally emotionally flooded, where they started taking pulse rates. They started monitoring the people for their physiological symptoms. So when you have someone who is stonewalling, basically someone who is in high anxiety and is in that fight or flight response, they literally can't engage because when the body is worried about fight or flight, it's not worried about complex thought and reasoning and having a nice exchange of ideas. The body is worried about who do we fight or where do we run to? And it's not worried about listening and hearing and talking calmly. So when you're in fight or flight, the recommended action is to take a break, to not talk through that. Now, the difference between stonewalling and the silent treatment is that when you take a break, which is recommended in stonewalling cases, it's recommended that you don't take a break for more than a day, maybe two, but generally not more than a day, because the body physically will recover from that adrenaline dump, from that fight or flight response. And when the body does recover, then you can come back to the table and speak. If breaks last more than a day, I've heard instances from couples where they say the breaks last for a week or they're not talking to each other for 3 weeks and they live under the same roof in the same home. That is a case where now we're getting more into willful silence, the silent treatment, so to speak. Now, certainly people who take longer breaks, they may need longer breaks, but the key to keeping up a good interactions with your partner while you're taking the break is checking in and saying, hey, I'm feeling this way or that way. I really want to talk. I'm still feeling overwhelmed. I'm still sorting through my feelings. It's just those little check-ins here and there where it's not just blatant silent treatment. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on your experiences with stonewalling or the silent treatment, whether you yourself experienced stonewalling or flooding, or if you've been on the receiving end of it and what your experiences are and your thoughts on what's worked for you and what has not worked for you. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.